As world leaders continue to talk about climate change at the COP29 conference in Azerbaijan, some scientists are working on new ways to fight climate change. Their solutions have been shown to work at small scale, but they would need massive investment to make a meaningful difference. Richard Belton reports.
Off the coast of North Carolina, an experiment that might help us all.
So they're heading out now, and this is an amphibious vehicle, so they're just going to drive straight into the surf.
Wow.
Which kind of makes this vehicle super cool and very, very useful for this kind of work.
They're here to monitor an experiment that might lead to a new way of capturing carbon. Earlier this year, 80,000 tons of special olivine sand was dumped in the sea. It makes the water more alkaline, which helps the seawater capture carbon.
Olivine is a mineral. It's naturally occurring. You can find it all over the world. And what's special about it is that it dissolves relatively quickly, and it has a pretty high carbon removal efficiency, meaning on a ton per ton basis, 1 ton of olivine will capture about a ton of carbon.
Like here in the mountains of Iceland, there are now more and more places where carbon is being captured. These machines, powered by geothermal energy, drag CO2 from the atmosphere. And some scientists say we will need a lot more of this, because at the moment, to reach net zero, countries have been relying on forests and oceans to capture the carbon.
The crucial point is we can't rely on Mother Nature helping us out here. As the world warms, a lot of carbon stored in natural sinks is actually getting re-released into the atmosphere. What we need people to recognise is the only way to compensate for releasing carbon dioxide by burning a fossil fuel is to capture that carbon dioxide or some other carbon dioxide, purify it, compress it and put it back underground.
Science is finding alternatives to fossil fuels.
Welcome to the future.
First light, and here they're using the sun's rays as power. This facility near Cologne in Germany uses solar energy. It's combined with organic waste to make carbon-neutral fuel.
In principle, it is a closed loop. We take the same amount of carbon out of the atmosphere, make a fuel out of it, as is released during the combustion of the fuel. So it's a closed cycle.
Cutting our dependency on fossil fuels is still the world's best way of fighting climate change. But more and more, science needs to play its part. Richard Bilton, BBC News.